So this is my Bulma Plus Ultra deck. So 1 copy of the leader, 4 testing opposition, 4 fearless pan, 4 pan skillers, 4 Nappa super combo, 4 Topo Righteous Aid, 4 Kaioken Goku, 4 Mirage Maker Shansu, 4 Universe 4 Assemble, 4 Goku Jr. Vegeta Jr. Saiyan Saiyan, 4 Khalifa Skillers, 4 Heroic Duo Videl, 4 Shenron Unison of Rescue, 4 Violent Rays, and it's supposed to be the Pan Time Maiden SCR, but you can use the Supreme Time SCR if you want. But I mainly prefer and actually own the Pan Maiden SCR, so that's what I would be using in this build. So what makes this deck plus ultra, and that's obviously My Hero Academia term, but it's a term I used way before the My Hero Academia TCG was even a thing. But the thing is it was just the idea of extra attacks was the idea. So I was just trying to come up with something cool term for the idea. So I was just like, plus ultra sounds cool, right? It's technically it's a way of saying plus extra or being extra, right? So the idea here is we want to use Mirage, which has barrier, by the way. You can only have 1 copy in play. So essentially he has unique before unique was a thing, right? Active main, once per turn, switch this card to rest mode. Choose all of your red battle cards with energy cost of 1 and switch them to active mode. And of course our Khalifas and our Pans are 10k 1-drop red skillless battle cards. Videl, Heroic Duo Videl is a 1-drop red battle card, so she would restand if she was in play at the time. So the idea is you definitely want to go aggro. Turn 1 you want to go Saiyan Scion, right? Try to do 3 damage or 4 especially if you have a Nappa super combo. You should be able to do 4 damage. Turn 1 relatively easy because the first 4 damage is the easiest, next 2 requires a little effort, and the last 2 is the hardest, right? So you deal your point of 4 damage, and then you want to get to the point where you ideally get to turn 4, right? I mean, sooner the better, but because you could probably you should be able to, if things work out right, you should be able to at least turn 3 be able to do the plus ultra strategy, but more likely it'll be turn 4. And the idea is to have at least 4, a minimum 4 more. Hopefully Nappa's there as well, but 4 more skillless battle cards. And Saiyan Science is one way of getting them onto the field with its -1 ability, but you also have Universe First 4 Assemble, which has the choose up to 2 skillless battle cards with 10k power in your drop area and or warp and play them, right? So you can play obviously your Khalifas, they're 10ks, or your Pants under 10ks. So the idea is to ideally get 2 of them in play. Play 2 cards that can get you 4 skillless 10k battle cards in play. Then you want to play Fearless Pan. She has the auto when you play this, choose all of your red leader cards, right? So your leader card will get a boost from this effect, and red battle cards, right? Other red battle cards. So she won't boost herself, but she'll boost and she'll give 5k boost, right, power, right, and double strike for the duration of the turn to your leader and your skillless battle cards. And if Nappa's in play, him as well. So the point is, right, you get them up to 15 double strike, which is decent, right? It can hit the leader, but your opponent can always out combo 5k, right? With 5k, so they could always out combo with just a 5k. So you want to force them to combo more. So then if you have the energy, you'll want to be able to play out a Saiyan Scion and do its +1 ability, right? Why is not popping up? There you go. Do its +1 ability, which is choose this card and all of your skillless battle cards, and they get 5k power for the turn. So that we can get your skillless battle cards to 20k double strike, which means on an awakened leader, that's 10k combo power in order to out combo each attack. So your opponent's gonna need some super combos or use 2 5ks per each attack, and you have 4 20k double strikes coming at your opponent. And your opponent should be at 4 life, so you only need 2 attacks to go through, right? So you swing, right? All the good stuff. But then, if you have the 2 energy available, or you use the leader's awaken ability, because the leader awakens when you have 4 life, and you untap 2 energy, you're able to use the 2 energy to play your Mirage Maker Shansa, which we said has the active main where you can switch it to rest mode in order to restand all your 1-drop red battle cards. So all your Khalifas and Pans will restand, and they're 20k double strikes, and you'll be able to do another battle phase, basically swing, with 4 20k double strikes at your opponent's leader. So essentially, it's like having 8 20k double strike battle cards, right? And you only need, and since your opponent should be at 4 or less life by that time, you only need 2 attacks to actually go through. Ideally, hopefully your opponent doesn't have like a violent raise or something like that already active. I mean, even if that's the case, then you just keep your attacks at 15k. Don't boost them up to 20k, and just try to do the whole 15k double strike. Because the part of the idea is that your first wave of attacks, right? Your first 4 plus attacks, because you still have Pan you can attack with. You can swing with your leader. So that's still, remember your leader did get a 5k boost and double strike. So your leader, especially if it's on awakening side, would be I think you lose the double strike, but you won't lose the power boost. So at least it depends on what happened, how you set it up. But your leader should at least be 15k on the awakened side, at least. But so yeah, you just swing in and deal your opponent damage that way. So you have some extra attacks, that's what I'm saying. So you have at least 2 extra 15ks you can swing at your opponent. The idea is to reduce their hand size, right? That way, when you restand all 4 of your 20k, if you did the 20k strategy, 20k or 15k double strike battle cards, they can swing, and the likelihood of your opponent having enough combo power left in their hand to prevent any of these attacks to go through. And by this point in time, your opponent should be at a point where 1 or 2 attacks going through will be enough to end out the game. So that's ideally what you're trying to do with the deck. Not much else other than that. You're trying to take advantage of the Pan and the skillless battle cards with the Mirage Maker to get your extra attacks. So that's the whole main strategy there. Obviously, you can get some Nappas out there and give it double strike and 5k boost and all that good stuff. We have we got some floodgate negates with the Topo and the violent raise, obviously. We got the testing opposition, so we got some good defensive cards there, and the heroic Videl, which acts like a testing opposition because of the leader turning into a blocker. And she is a 1-drop red battle card, so if she's still on the field, she can get the 5k boost plus the double strike. It won't be much. She'll only be a 6k double striker, but you can obviously combo with like a super Nappa or something, or 2 5ks from your hands and get her at least up to 16k, so she has a better chance of trying to deal double strike damage herself, right? And then we have the Shenron figure, Unison of Rescue, which we mainly are, as you can see, it does have the +1 ability to give a skillless battle card double strike, but it doesn't work in this deck because all your skillless battle cards, ironically, become blockers, right? So they're not skillless. So keep that in mind. But It does have the +0 active main ability. If you have no skillless battle card in play, play one skillless battle card with energy cost 2 or less from your drop. So this will allow you to bring back your Pans or Khalifa, once per turn for free, right? And it'll turn into a blocker, so you can use it to block. So it's a way to have a reusable blocker. So way to keep your defenses up. So gotta love reusability. And we got Kaioken Goku, Berry Hate plus Board Wipe, some basic stuff, and that's the end of the video.